Welcome dart players one and all. Today on Straight to the Point we're going to be taking a quick look at some of the training session I did with Glen Durrant, as well as a little bit of an interview as well. The full interview will be uploaded as soon as I fix the sound quality. It's not great at the minute, apologies. I've been coaching Glen for a few months online, but this was our first session face to face. So this is Glen's throw right at the start of the session. You see it's a little bit snatchy towards the end. We've just been warming up and working on his rhythm at this point, and his rhythm does look pretty good, but it's a little bit edgy. A little bit more rest.
It was, I need more.
You need more. It's alright, you just lost it as you picked it up.
Yeah.
Just lost it as you picked it up. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It happens. We're trying new things. We're going to fix this though now. We are going to fix this. They are going better. Okay, come back again. Stretch the arm. Nice distance. Right out in front of you, nice and solid. Notice how your back finger, your first finger is coming down after as well.
Yes.
No, your first finger.
Oh, this, yeah.
It's not sitting on the dart as you start to aim it. Don't know if you noticed.
No.
Okay, now we're going to put a little bit more flick into them this time. They're flying nice. Right, you just work, alright? Keep the elbow still as you go through. Okay?
Yeah.
Thrust it forward, keep it still. Now we're going. They're landing a bit better again.
Yeah, they are.
Okay?
It's not like it's totally in, you know.
No, it's we're getting used to it. We're getting used to it, and it's not far away. Small changes, big differences. Right, the difference between our first dart and the second dart is huge, and the difference was where you let the dart go. Okay? Keep our elbow still. Keep the elbow still, through the wrist. There. So we all know Glen has been struggling, and it's because of a change in his action, as well as his confidence, of course, in which, when he's dropped his elbow down after aiming, he's then lifting straight up with his arm, rather than pulling the dart back and going through with it. And this is what we're trying to correct. So I'm going to come down with the dart, drop the elbow to the correct position, draw back, and then go forward. As you can see, he's not pulling that dart back as much as he used to. It's pretty much just going straight up. If you look at his throw back at his best, you can see just how much more of a little drawback there was. So he drops the elbow, and then here's the little drawback before going forward. But as the session goes on, Glen does eventually start to get there. So you can see this is already much smoother. He's showing them much more aggressive as well, without being hard. And it doesn't take a lot of time before boom. 180. Zoom it in, then wait, zoom it in.
Come on.
Sorry, Glen.
We'll get there.
If we just look at that 180 now in slow motion, just notice how much smoother this throw is, how much better the timing is, and the rhythm is much more consistent. The wrist is flicking on the release, and he's letting the dart go after 90 degrees with a nice straight arm, which is beautiful. After he comes down with the dart, he does pull the dart back and then go forward. He wasn't doing this before. Bring on a world.
So, I'm not going to
Yeah. And it's not long before he starts getting that little drawback completely right. Just look how much better this is here.
We should have done this months ago, shouldn't we?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Slow it down again. Right, our first start was the throw.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And do you know what the difference was? The elbow didn't rise. You let it go here and you push through. Of course you can. Let's go back to it. And that is what we'll do too. So just notice how we're no longer touching the dart with our nose. So there's a little bit more distance. We're stretching the arm a bit further out as we bring the dart up. This is just the setup of the shot. We drop the elbow down to where we need it to be, opening our hand up a little bit. Little micro pull back and thrust straight through, flicking the wrist. Keeping the elbow as low as possible. Try not to rise too much. If you flick the dart and you rise too much with that elbow, you're going to take it all back out. As everyone knows, during this struggle, his darts have been landing quite flat. That's because he's no longer flicking the darts. He's been getting a little bit of a snatch as well, where he's trying to overcompensate with power to make up for it. But during this session, it's definitely been fixed. These changes have made a huge difference to this throw. And just watch how his arm finishes. Dead straight. After this follow through, so snap through the wrist, straight out. And if we pause just after the throw, the arm's dead straight, and look how that dart is kicked in the air. So the flight is facing down, the point is facing up, which shows further that he's flicked through correctly with the dart, and this is going to cause the dart to land upright in the board. So I was incredibly happy with the session. Glen's working extremely hard. I think we've made tremendous progress, but let's see what Glen thinks.
People are surprised that my throw's gone, because we all thought that my throw was one of them ones. And I watched your videos, and I watched your videos. I remember Jamie, my nephew, messaged me, said, look, there's this young lad in South Wales here. He's putting things, and I think you should watch it. And I remember, it was a video about how's Glen, what's gone wrong with Glen.
Yeah.
But 90% of it, if you watch it, was positive.
You got a shock about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe one of those where someone's going to slag me off again.
I knew it.
But Jamie said, no, watch it, Glen. And, every dart I threw, even though it was quite mechanical, every dart was the same.
Yeah.
And look, it's been great working with you, by the way, and long may it continue, and it will. I've had the offers of the best coaches in the world. But I decided to work with you, which is a compliment to you and people watching this right now. You're a bit of a geek in a sense that you know exactly where my elbow wants to be, and you'll put an arrow, you'll send me a video with concentrate on this, Glen. I really just want to throw a dart, which is important, but I need to know about the mechanics of the throw as well. So I think if I can complement the work you're doing with me, and just trying to get it to be natural and believe in it again. If there's any dart players watching this now, it's in the heart, it's in the head. It's not all about your throw or whatever. It's a culmination of everything. So thank you. Thank you very much. You've come a long way to be with me today. We've had a great session, and I've got 3 things to take away with me, and that's what I intend to do.
Pleasure. Honour.
Okay.
My hero. To be fair, the Dartsky could be a pretty good nickname for me. But he's got a new throw now that's much smoother and does work. Can he implement it consistently, ready for the Worlds in 4 weeks' time? We're going to have to wait and see on that one.
But not for long. So Glen did throw a lot more with the wrist, and his elbow did stop rising as much. It was a bit better, and we saw a good 93 average in the first set. But that micro pullback did desert him. I spoke to him after to see if he had just gone against the trainer, and he hadn't. It just didn't go right on the day for him. That's darts. But the darts did land slightly better nevertheless, and when he got through with the wrist, he did go well. But when he gets that confidence back, and he starts putting this micro pullback into that throw, I think we're going to get Glen Durrant back to his best. That is the face of a man who's just thrown a really good dart, that. And he is still hungry for it, which is the main thing. And I mean, what a champion. To get on the biggest stage in the world of darts, knowing you're not in the best of form and things could go wrong, and still give it absolutely everything. You have to respect that, no matter if you're a fan or not. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching Straight to the Point. Please remember to like and leave a comment. And as always, subscribe if you love the darts.